First of all, again I'll be giving some like few minutes for the data related. Okay, after that we'll go to the flow which we are going with. Okay, sorry, data. Here which kind of data we are dealing with? Here which kind of data we are dealing with? Guys, please, which kind of data we are dealing over here? Which kind of data we are dealing over here? Structured data, right? We are dealing with structured data, right? Okay, structured data. Power BI and SQL deals with the structured data. Okay, fine. Structured data means tabular format, right? Tabular format having rows and columns, right? Okay. From this, what we want to extract? Any one of you guys, what we want to extract? What we want? Okay. Imagine yourself in the place of the Power BI developer, suppose, or else like imagine yourself in the position of you're working on the Power BI, suppose Power BI and SQL. If someone have asked you to go and do something with this, what normally you'll be presenting them with this data and with this data, same data like this only, or else like you're going with the pictorial format. You're going with pictorial format. Okay. Here main advantage is like in Power BI is like in reporting tool and reporting tool and visualization tool. What were the services yesterday I've shown you? Like Power BI desktop I've shown you. Desktop I've shown you. Power Query, I said this Power Query is for query for data cleansing. Cleansing, right? Data cleansing. And also another thing will be there, Power BI service. This Power BI service normally, Power BI service is the paid service. Here desktop, Power Query, this all things, the visualizations, everything in the Power BI is free. Apart from this, normally what happens, yesterday the things which we have done, normally we can save that in the form of the PBX file. If you're saving this PBX file, the same client should have this Power BI should be downloaded into their system itself to load and to see the reports and dashboards over here in this PBX file. If without that, what he can do means, if he's having service account, directly you can deploy it out, deploy your project, sorry, deploy your report and dashboard, what else, the story which you have formed, you can show directly. If you deploy there itself, the client can see easily. And also Power BI advantage is like in Power BI is also having mobile application. This is paid, guys. This is free. Okay, very less. Compare cost for companies will provide you, but normally you cannot go with this Gmail, Hotmail, this kind of things. Companies will going to provide you. That we will see later. Okay. First of all, okay. Till here, okay. SQL. Any one of you have any idea about SQL part, guys? SQL. SQL.
Yes,
Any idea?
structure query.
What it does? Brief about it. Brief about it.
We can interact with the data by using this SQL.
Okay. Normally, if I say SQL is like an English, do you agree with me?
Yes.
SQL, SQL is structure query language. language. If I say this is like general English, how many guys agree with this? This is also one language, guys. How the Python, Java, these things will they were there. This is also one of the language. How many guys will agree with this? If I pass a statement like general English, if I say SQL is general English, how many of you guys agree with this statement? If I say SQL is general English, how many of you guys agree with this statement? Only one response. Any other response? 8 9. No. Yes. I'll say yes. Why? Because like if you know English, SQL is the same like the queries over here is like English. Is like English. But some complex queries you have to invest your time. But initially to learn this, if you practice or if you not practice, but initially you have to practice. But from my point of view, if you're going cope up with my class, it's more than enough. The task which I'm giving, which you're if you're following with my things. Okay. If you see the session part, if you see the syllabus, already you have all of you guys have received the syllabus, right? Everyone have received the syllabus. Have you seen all of you guys have seen the syllabus?
Yes.
Okay, fine. If you see the syllabus, each and every subtopic will be involved in that. Each and every subtopic will be involved over there. If I if I brief it out, if I brief it out, suppose like DDL, DML, and creating tables and manipulating data, these all things. If I minimize it, it's very less. The syllabus you're seeing each and every subtopic. Suppose if you go to the hotel part, how you can see this all menu part, right? Dosha, ghee dosha, idli, ghee idli. In that way, everything will be involved there, right? You'll be seeing like, Arey, what is this? Arey, idli and ghee idli will not be different. Just they'll be pouring some ghee on it, right? Here also the topics also in that way only. Okay. Okay, fine. Where it is used? Any one of you? Okay, SQL is the language. Where it is used? Structure query language. Where it is used? My question over here is like where it is used. Where it is used. Any one of you? Any one of you guys?
To extract data from database.
Okay. Okay, fine. It is used in databases. I know it. Okay, I'll write here. Okay. Used in basis.
It is used in ETL tools, ETL softwares,
See. Okay, okay,
incidents,
cool. Okay, fine.
something
My
else.
call. Okay, fine. See. In which databases it is used? My question is like in which basis it is used? Okay, it is used in databases, right? In which databases it is used?
Relational database.
Who's it? Okay, cool. Cool. In relational databases it is used. Basis it is used. Before this, my question. How many types of databases are there? How many types of databases are there? Someone have answered the relational databases. How many types of databases are there? Okay. Relational and non-relational. Relational, basis, and non-relational basis. Relational databases and non-relational databases. Okay, in relational databases, what we use is SQL. Okay, I'm writing here. In relational databases, I'm writing here. One second, guys. Okay, I'm writing here. Relational basis, we use SQL, structured query language. Now, what's the difference? Again, my question. What's the difference? What's the difference between these two databases? What's the difference? Relational databases. Normally, if you see here, data will be SQL where it is used structured language, structured data. Here, data will be structure format. Okay. If here the structure format, here data is format. Okay. Tabular data having rows and columns. Tabular data having rows and columns. Here, okay. Before going into this non-relational, we won't discuss this, but we only discuss this relational databases. Majority of the times, like we'll be having structured data only. That's why we're going in the SQL part. Okay. How many guys aware of this MySQL, PostgreSQL? How many of you aware of this example? Relational databases example. SQL, MySQL. How many guys? How many of you guys aware of this? Oracle database. These all things. Any one of you, please. Any one of you guys, please. Hello? No one? No one, guys? How many of you guys aware of this? PostgreSQL, MySQL, SQL Server. These were relational databases. Okay, fine. See. List of relational databases. These all were the list of relational databases. These all things. These all things were the list of relational databases. Then what kind of databases we'll be discussing? We were discussing about this PostgreSQL database, this database. See, I'll show you. Language used in. See, SQL is the language. See, SQL is the language, structured query language used in relational databases. Used in relational databases. Okay. Okay with this, everyone? Any queries still here? Okay with this still here? Any queries? Any queries? You can ask me, guys. Guys, any queries?
Yeah, no queries.
Okay, fine. See. So the question arises over here. Usually, the question everyone will be having like one question like, what if we learn this? If we have the job description with this, what happens? If we have the job description with this, what happens? We are learning this. We are learning this, okay. What about if we have the in the job description, if we got this, we can apply or not? We can apply or not? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. This is the database. This is the database. This is also the database. This is also the database. Language is the SQL only, which we are learning SQL only. See, among these databases, we will be using SQL only. Then what's the difference between this, and this? Difference between this data, one database and another databases, and how the difference will, how the difference will be. Again, question arises. You'll be having a question like, what's the difference? What's the difference between this databases? Language used is SQL only. Difference is like, with database to this database, difference is like American English, SQL only. Some portion of this. If I call here police in some countries, police, police. Here also, here also, here also, difference is like minor differences, guys. You'll be having minor differences. Differences between these all databases. All are relational. Language uses SQL. Only the minor difference is syntax difference. Syntax and interface. That's it. Syntax and interface. Okay. And after this, okay, we have seen till here. Okay with this. What kind of language used? Why? How the data will be? Tabular format. I've shown you. Data will be in tabular format. I've shown you. Data is in tabular format. I've shown you. Images. See, I'll show you. Data is in tabular format, and relationship between table exists. Data is in tabular format, and relation between tables exist over here, right? That's why relation database. See, one table is having relationship with another table. Relationship exist. Relationship exist. Tabular format, rows and columns, and examples of this is like PostgreSQL, MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle database. Okay. So what is an unstructured data? Suppose non-relational database. Just for an information purpose, guys. Okay. Non-relational databases. Unstructured data. Okay. Data will be in PDFs, documents, or key value pair. Like this data will be like this. Suppose car, Verna. Suppose car, Verna. Data will be stored in this format. This is called as a key value pair. Non-relational databases, in the non-relational databases. Okay. Language used over. I'll show you this all. Language used in relational basis, NoSQL. Example of non-relational database. Example of non-relational database, MongoDB. See the difference. See, list of non basis. Example is the MongoDB. MongoDB. What kind of data is stood already shown you this? Documents. Documents. See, in this way. Key value pair, document, graph, these all things. Okay, just for an information purpose. Okay. After this, see the language used. NoSQL is a language, guys. Okay, language used is NoSQL. Okay, language used is NoSQL. That will be called as a NoSQL. The part which I've highlighted, language is NoSQL. Okay, okay, fine. For example, if how this, like for example, okay, till here any queries first of all? Any queries till now? Till here, what we have discussed? Any queries, guys? If no queries, shall I move on? Shall I move on? Okay, fine. See, here I'll show you this. First of all, I'll open this. So I'm opening pgadmin is the interface where we write the queries of this all PostgreSQL database. This here only will be writing SQL queries. Queries. 2 minutes, guys. It's getting open. Okay, see. Okay, I'll be going with the tables of already the tables which I have. I'll be going with this query tool. The data already I am having the databases. These are all the databases, guys. These are all the databases. So I'll show this. For example, here these were the columns over here, the columns which you can see over here. For example, if I go here, products table. In this table, if I see the columns over here, see, here I have to see this. Here I have to see this. I'm going with the past data only. Don't think that I have started. Just I'm showing you this PostgreSQL. There's the interface of this pgadmin. Sorry, PostgreSQL. This I want to show you where we write queries. These all things. Okay. Select star from table name. What is the table name? Products. That columns only we have extracted. See, product ID, product name, category ID, unit price, stock quantity. These are the columns. Data from the database. This is a database. This one sample tables is a database which I've created. I'll show you how to create these all things. I'll show you. Okay. Okay, fine. See, after this, just like suppose I already told you this. This is like general English. I told you. So, select star from products. If I want to extract the unit price greater than, see, where unit price greater than 1000. You want to highlight, guys? We have to highlight this. If you want to execute, we have to highlight and we have to go here. Execution refresh bar. See. Now you can observe the unit price greater than 1000. Is this looks like English or not? Is this query looks like English or not? Is this query looks like English or not, guys? Any one of you?
Yes,
Is this
yes.
query looks like English or not? Yes. If you know English, you can learn SQL. And you can apply to this all the databases, relational databases. After learning this, if you see the job description with Microsoft SQL, hit apply, hit apply, hit apply. Just go to ChatGPT and ask the differences. What's the difference between? Have tell ChatGPT everything in a way like ChatGPT have learned PostgreSQL database. Okay, in that I learned in that relational database SQL used I know, and this is also another relational database. Can you please give me the syntax difference? It will give you. Just you can prepare for the interview. These all databases. If you learn these all databases, you can hit apply. Don't try to skip. If you see any job description, you don't know this. अरे Nexus DB. अरे मैं नहीं पढ़ I have not learned this. मैं नहीं पढ़ा था भाई. నేను చదవలేదు. मैं नहीं पढ़ा था भाई. I have not learned this. अरे ignore this. Ignore. I don't know this. Ignore भाई. Ignore. नको. You should not. Search it out. Whether it is in relation database or a non-relation database. If it is a relation database, go and apply. Okay. This is the beauty of the SQL. Okay, fine. English and used in this is like English and used in the relational databases. How you manipulate? Like not only this part also we can create. This tables we can create. We'll see the creation of tables. We will see once again. Not only this, creation of tables we will see. Creation of tables we will see, and data types in SQL. SQL will see how data is like data type here is different, and in Power BI is also different, guys. Power BI is also different. I'll show you how to tackle it. One second. Before going into this, one second, I'll show you this. I'll show you this importance of data types in Power BI itself with one of the examples. And before that, we'll see creation of tables, data types in PostgreSQL, and we will see how to bring the insights from the data. Like suppose if I have this, we don't know the records over here. Suppose here you can see the only the 8 of 8 rows, right? 8 of 8 rows here. 8 of 8 rows. 8 rows. If you have the data of 10,000, 1 lakh, 1 lakh rows, you want to see what is happening inside my data. Will you count? Will you like this? Will you do? Like, will you scroll it down? It doesn't work. Will you scroll it down? Doesn't work. For that purpose only, to bring the insight what exactly the happened, what happened inside this, what happens inside this. SQL with SQL databases, except visualizations won't be there here. Just we can see the insights over here. We can see the insights. We can see the insights over here. Like suppose you don't know, you have the, suppose you're having some database of commissioner part, Hyderabad commissioner. They'll be giving you questions like this. Extract experienced people. They'll be giving, suppose if you have the question, experienced people more than 5 years. From which table? Hyderabad table. Suppose Hyderabad table. You have to extract, you have to show that. Okay. In that way, they'll be giving you tasks, different types of tasks. You don't know. You guys are working on the same SQL part and same Power BI part, and you don't know on which you'll be receiving the task among the things which you are learning. Okay. In product based companies, you'll be working for your own company. In service based companies, you'll be working for the client companies. So here, have shown you, see. Okay. I'll go here. I'll go here. Power BI. One second. I'm fetching, I'm taking the data from this. Taking the data from this. I should have shown you, right? Hotel bookings. I'll show you data types importance is all things here. It takes lots of time to create table and these all things. This side I don't want to go with this. Like here we have to write the query. That's why within this list time I've chosen this tool to show you. Okay. It's loading, guys. I'm bringing the data from my system storage to local storage to here Power BI atmosphere. Okay. See here, you have to go for the transform data. I've shown you yesterday Power Query Editor. I'll show you the importance of data types. See, here change type is suppose if I selected this column, remove other columns. Okay. You won't affect the main data, you won't affect here. You can play with this, guys. It won't affect. I want to play with this column, that's why I've taken this. So you can see date button is enabled. I want age. Now date was not, date was not, date was not, date was not. I cannot enable this. It was disabled. I cannot enable this. It was disabled because of date was for only this date data type. See date data type. This is the beauty of data types. Only if that particular column is, if that particular column is in that particular feature, like here date feature is there, so this column is in date, so I can access the date button over here. If not, here I have gone with the age. What is the data type here? If I see duration, right? See, this is the symbol for duration. One second. This is the symbol for duration. Symbol for duration. Ignore my handwriting if it is not good. Why? Because like I'm using writing pad. That writing pen was like somewhat. It is like somewhat more fatter than this normal pens. So that's the reason. If you see my normal handwriting, it will be good, guys. Okay, ignore this from the handwriting point of view. Okay, that's the reason duration is there. That's why it is, we can operate this, use this duration button. We can use this duration button. Okay, fine. Suppose for example, see, I'll show you another example. If data is, one second, remove other columns. What's the use of this? Power of, see, beauty of Power Query. I'm splitting the column. Just don't focus on that, guys. I'll show you that later. Power of this, beauty of this. Have splitted this. Okay, I've splitted this. Again, I'm merging this. I'm merging this. With what? I want to merge with this comma, suppose. Column name I'm giving. Merged column, that's it. I'm creating the column, guys. Ignore this. Ignore why I'm creating. Ignore why I'm creating. Ignore why I'm creating. Please ignore. I want to show you something. That's the reason I have created this kind of problem. Like comma है मेरे डेटा के बीच पे comma है भाई ना डेटा मధ్యలో comma ఉంది. I'm having the comma in between my data in the column. What I have to do? We cannot go directly with this visualization, guys. So we have to remove it. How to remove it? See, have joined this. See, what I have to do? Split column by number of characters. Insert one as, I'll explain this later. 7. Comma went here. Again, I want to separate. Okay. Now I can delete this. Remove this. हो गया. We can merge this again in different ways. The techniques which we are learning, in different ways it will be useful. In different ways it will be useful. After this, suppose, after this, till now clear guys? Any queries till now? Any queries till now? What we've discussed? Guys, any queries? What we've discussed till now? Any queries, guys? What we've discussed till now? Let
No.
me know. No queries. Okay. Anything you guys may want me to understand? Suppose. Okay. Clear with this? How it performs? Like, okay. What kind of, suppose, programming is there or not over here? Just we are having DAX, guys. DAX. Programming will not be there. DAX will be there. DAX. Analysis expressions. Very minor. Like here in this DAX only, you can see the just somewhat coding part. Like coding part means somewhat programming. I'll show you here how it looks like. I'll show you. Suppose here also you can see the columns in this, right? There's a desktop view, there's a Power Query view, there's a desktop view, there's a Power Query view. Okay. So here new column and new measure is there. In DAX, two things will be involved: new column, new measure. These two things will be involved. Okay, calculated column and calculated measure. These were called as in calculated column and calculated measure. Here only minor programming we can see. See, like what it does, this two does. I'll just give an intro part. This two will create you, this calculated column will create you the new column like this here beside of this new column. Like suppose agent is here. If you want to multiply agent with this, suppose randomly if I want to multiply this or minus this or addition this or divide this, you can see in the new column. Example of this is like a revenue. Good example is like revenue minus profit. In this way new column will be seen here. Just small little bit. Okay, normally we can write like this. See, कुछ भी नहीं करना. I'll show you new column. See, I'm writing here column, new column. I want to minus this ADR minus agent. I want to minus, or else like I'll select this total number of special gets, or else like any other column. ADR minus lead time. Okay, see, table name, column name, ADR. Just minus it. Table name, column name, lead time. No need to do anything. कुछ भी नहीं करना. Hit enter. So another new column was created. See, if I change this name, it will change this. New Harsha column. See, just small thing. See, just small thing. Table name, column. The logic behind this is table name, column name. Again, table name, column name. Mainly table name, column name. If you know this table name, column name, that's it. You can learn this. That's it. Okay. Is it okay? New measure. We'll see. We'll see in next. Tomorrow we'll start the classes, guys. Okay. From tomorrow we'll be starting the classes with the SQL installation. From there we'll starting the classes. Okay. Please check with management. Okay. Anything else? Let me know. Anything else? If any queries, you can stay back. If no queries, you can leave. Okay, fine, guys. Then I'll wind up the session for the day. From tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting with the classes part. Okay, demos were completed. I hope 2 demos will be giving. After that, mostly 3, mostly like we'll be going with classes part. Okay, bye, guys. Bye, everyone.